Our next stop on our year-long journey to the Violet Proto-Drake is the Feast of Winter's Veil, and it must be one of the longer achievements to complete from scratch. So, time to level your cooking and become the Ogre King for your achievement and title, Merrymaker. He knows if you've been naughty. The event of Winter's Veil runs between the 15th of December and the 2nd of January, but you'll have to wait until after Christmas to get your present for this achievement. And from then till the end of Winter's Veil, you can log into any character and grab one present from under the Christmas tree in either Ironforge or Orgila, where the main celebrations are being held. Not only will you complete the achievement, but inside the present you'll also get the Clockwork Rocket Robot Companion, which is good for another achievement. Kmart, Copperpinch in Orgila, or Walmart, Jingle Pocket in Ironforge will be the main quest NPCs for this event. Metzen the Reindeer is the quest to get the achievement on Metzen. To find Metzen the Reindeer, you'll receive a pouch with some magic dust and some ransom notes that will lead you to finding Metzen, who's being held captive by some South Sea pirates and Dark Iron Dwarves. He is in both locations, so you can choose whichever location is more convenient for you. You'll need to be a minimum of level 40 to receive the quest, and the guards are level 45. You can find the former Senior Vice President of Story near the South Sea Cabin in the East Peninsula in Tanaris, or in the northeast corner of Searing Gorge by a camp. Provide Metzen the Reindeer with the magic dust and he will be freed. You will also receive preserved holly that can be used any time of the year to turn your mount into a reindeer. Next, we will want to go looking for our missing treats, which will lead us to a strange snowman in the middle of the Ultric Mountains. Help this snowman defeat the Abominable Grinch. In no relation to the furry green mischief maker who just wants to be loved. No, this guy wants to rip your arms off. But luckily, this isn't classic anymore. After you bring the treats back to the snowman, you'll head back to your major city to finish up and get your achievement. A day later in the mail, you will receive a snowman disguise, which you will use for the achievement A Frosty Shake. Head to Dalaran, put on your disguise, and dance with another snowman. The Veil Gourmet requires you to cook up gingerbread cookies, apple cider, and eggnog to get an achievement. You'll need the recipe for each, which you can get from any of the Smokywood Pastures vendors, but they have a wide variety of cooking skills necessary to complete them. The gingerbread cookie requires a small egg and some holiday spices and is available at all Smokywood Pastures vendors and only requires a skill of 1. Winter's Veil eggnog requires a small egg, a glass of milk, and holiday spirits and holiday spices. Everything here except for the egg should be available at the vendor. It needs a skill of 35. The hot apple cider recipe is available from Walmart and Penny in Ironforge and Orgila and requires a skill of 325 to make. You'll need the sparkling apple cider, holiday spirits, and spices, all from the vendors in Ironforge and Orgila and Shatrath. Now, in a holiday bromance, formerly known as Bros Before Ho Ho Ho's,
she's not your hoe, no mo.
You'll be required to use mistletoe on a bunch of brothers found throughout Azeroth. We need 3 mistletoe if you're Horde and 9 if you're Alliance. You have a chance of getting mistletoe by kissing winter revelers. You can only do this once per hour, you creep, along with fresh holly and also a fistful of snowflakes. For the Horde, you want to head to Undercity and pay a visit to Brother Malik in the War Quarter. Next on the list, we go to Dirkhold Wolf Brother, who is hiding in Warsong Hold in Barrene Tundra. And then finally, Brother Keltan, who thinks he's going to be safe on the Horde airship circling Icecrown Citadel. He was wrong. For the Alliance, you have 9 brothers, which is 6 more than the Horde, but luckily, Christoph, Crowley, Benjamin, Joshua, and Cassius are all in Stormwind City, and Brother Wilhelm is in Goldshire, so he must be asking for it. The last 3 are Nemetz in Rebels Camp Stranglethorn Valley, Carmen in Theramore, and Brother Anton in Nigel's Point, Desolus. Scrooge is a simple achievement. All you need to do is obtain a snowball from one of the Smokywood Pastures vendors, which will put you back 30 copper. If you are Alliance, you want to throw the snowball at Magni Bronzebeard. If you are the Horde, you want to throw it at Ken Bloodhook, and it's that easy. 'Tis the Season will have you dress up in red or green winter clothes and eat Gasu's mincemeat fruit cake. To get the fruit cake, you need to complete one of the quests, Treats for Great Father Winter or Metzen the Reindeer, and in 24 hours you will receive a package in the mail with a fruit cake. The winter clothes are made up of the hat, jacket, and boots and can be either red or green. The hats are dropped from the following northern bosses and can be either normal or heroic difficulty. The clothes and boots are made by professions. Winter clothes are made by tailors and require a pattern and the following materials and either red or green dye depending on the pattern that you have. If you are above 250 skill in tailoring or leatherworking, you'll receive a pattern in the mail. Alliance will be getting the red pattern and Horde will be getting the green pattern. Don't worry, if you don't receive a pattern in the mail, you can always pick up a pattern at the Smokywood Pastures vendors. Green clothes are supposed to be for the Horde and red are supposed to be for the Alliance, but it is possible to get both recipes on both factions. The NPCs that sell the patterns are neutral, they just happen to be in the opposite city, so if you want to, pop into the opposite faction city and talk to the NPC. Now, why would you want to do this? Well, the clothes can be sold on the auction house, so if you're quick to market, you can capitalize on the opposite faction's color. For you leatherworkers, unfortunately, it's just not as fun. You can receive the pattern in the mail, or you can get it from the vendor and make the boots and sell them on the auction house. Finally, after our hard work, we can enjoy our Christmas pud.
I honestly couldn't fit in another bite.
Really? Because I have a Christmas pud.
Oh, maybe a little bit of pud then.
Thanks but no thanks. I don't think I have room for pud.
There's no pressure. If you don't want to have any pud, Broden, then you don't have to have any pud.
Maybe just a little bit.
Let It Snow is this event's version of the weighted jack-o'-lanterns from Hallow's End, except you have to find the correct combination of race and classes. Before we start, we'll need enough fistfuls of snowflakes, which we can get from kissing the Winter Revelers again. The list of combinations that you need to use snowflakes on are Orc Death Knight, Tauren Shaman, Undead Rogue, Blood Elf Warlock, Troll Hunter, Gnome Mage, Human Warrior, Night Elf Druid, Dwarven Paladin, and finally, a Draenei Priest. This will be easy enough if you have well-balanced factions on your server. You can simply sit and wait for them in Dalaran to run by, or you can get this done quickly in your Wintergrasp games. Speaking of Wintergrasp and PvP, with a little helper from our friends is for getting 50 honorable kills while affected by the Winter Vault machine. To get this effect, you need to step into any one of these machines scattered around Azeroth and be transformed into a festive gnome. The effect will drop off after your death, so you are limited to the amount of honorable kills that you get every time you enter the battleground, and you are also limited by the amount of battlegrounds that you're able to leave and re-enter into. Fa la 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 la, Orgila will be for completing the Orgila bombing run while your mount has been turned into a reindeer. For our achievement, we can use either the Fresh Holly or the Preserved Holly to turn your flying mount into a reindeer. Since we've come this far, you can also get the Blade's Edge Bomberman achievement too, for doing the bombing run in under 2 minutes and 15 seconds. This doesn't require any skill, it's just an exploit. Place the bombs on your hotbar where you can spam it. Probably the number 1 spot. Finding 2 piles next to each other, tap the bomb and click a pile. You can then tap the bombs again while casting to click the next pile and throw 2 bombs for 1 cooldown. Repeat this until done and you should get both achievements at the same time. Thank you for subscribing to the channel and liking the videos. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.